guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How are you guys doing? It's the last live stream of the year. So let me make a post. I forgot to attach a picture. No. Let me, oh, it's awesome that you can, like, what do you call it? Edit post. I can't, is it, wait, I don't know. I guess it just shows you the live stream there. So I guess you can just watch there. It doesn't make sense. Like I was gonna add a photo. What's the change? But it's connected, right? So I guess, okay. How are you guys? Good morning from Europe. Good morning. Where in Europe? It's the last live stream of the year. What should I talk about? I actually do not have newspaper today. I'm supposed to. It's the last time, and I forgot. But my husband is out, so hopefully he will come back with today's newspaper. I haven't been actually reading the news lately because, Christmas, we had Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we celebrated, and then I've been kind of busy, meeting people, visiting my parents, and blah, 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 and also cleaning. A little bit. I should do that more. Today is the last day that we can take out our trash. So after this, I'm gonna, clean a little bit in the kitchen and the microwave and grill and that sort of things. And hopefully, like all the, there'll be trash after you wipe things out, because I'm gonna use paper. So I'm gonna take them out today. So hopefully from tomorrow it'll be just a regular cleaning. 僕はここに Hello, good to see you. Good night from Mr. Rainer. Showed up on the YouTube notification. Yay! Thanks for coming. So this year is ending. What should we talk about? My husband and I, we went to a local restaurant yesterday. Really cheap stuff though. Because and we were having a recap because you should do that, right? At the end of the year. So we were looking at photos and looking back what we did this year, and also we were deciding the top 5 news of the year for us, like what we did and so on. But as for politics though, I am like almost forgetting that this year we still had a different prime minister earlier, Ishiba. Like who remembers Ishiba? Like he is long gone. That's how I feel like in Japan. Ishiba was horrible. We hated him as prime minister. He is great when we debate. He does like a devil's advocate, basically. He's really good at criticizing the others, which is sometimes important, like I do that intentionally. But he is good at it. As a prime minister, he didn't do well. He was not a good leader. And, but we were thankful though that, President Trump met Ishiba and they did it well. The one iconic moment was when a liberal news reporter, like American reporter, asked Ishiba a question when Trump and Ishiba were having a press conference. Like they just had made a speech together, and then afterwards there was Q&A, I guess, and there was this random news reporter asked about Trump and then or tariff negotiations, I think. And then Ishiba kind of got around it, didn't really say clearly. I don't remember exactly how he got around, but I remember he just use the usual rhetoric of the Japanese diet, I cannot comment on that kind of thing, And then Trump liked it, so that was a highlight for me, that Shiba did a good job on that. And then he was refusing to quit, like he lost the general, not only the election, like national level election, and also like the one in Tokyo, 3 times in a row he lost, and then he refused to quit, and then he dragged the timing enough to hit the fall, the fall season, and then finally Takaichi became the prime minister of Japan. So this year was actually really, really amazing for Japan. The national election in July, it was a wake-up call for all of us, including LDP, the ruling party, one of the main ruling party now, because they realized that the people in Japan are sick of over tourism, and there have been like foreigners living in Japan, but there are like not good quality foreigners, and came back with the newspaper. Thank you. Yay! that last one you're gonna see. But yeah, and then Sanseito was such a, they gained seats, and they got popular because originally the Democratic Party for the People, they were supposed to rise, but then they made mistakes with preparing candidates. And then, so Sanseito got the benefits of it all, together with the Russian propaganda, like Russian accounts pretending to be Japanese. They supported Sanseito, and and then LDP saw it as something dangerous, that the people today are wanting like order in Japan, like over tourism is happening. People here want the government to take care of it. So then Takaichi was the pick of LDP. So now we have her, and she's so great with Trump. And of course, like we can't thank enough for Trump, for welcoming her, like besties basically, after Abe. So yeah. Oh, super chat, thank you so much. How is the new regime doing? Pretty great, really great. There are some the only criticism that I see is related to China, because even on the right side, those who actually support Takaichi, some are criticizing her for the lack of strategy with China. Because if you look at Shinzo Abe, what he did was actually to bring China closer, to establish a beneficial relationship. And so that was what Xi Jinping was expecting. But Takaichi is popular because she is kind of like Trump, like she sticks to what she believes in, and she doesn't really, she does involve her people, but she wants to check everything, and she wants to make a judgment by herself, basically. So she should. So there are some criticism going on that she should rather use the bureaucrat people, to basically use them like AI, that if you ask them questions, they will answer with all the knowledge. But she needs to study by herself, and so on. So there is a criticism like that. But yeah, and then what else? Economy. There are not many people that are, at least among the conservative circle, conservatives in Japan, we are largely focused, heavily focused on national security and historical recognition. So we are not very much familiar with economic topic. There are many people, but we don't talk about it much. And but Takaichi is changing the economy a lot, and I think like she's the kind of person who wants to actually invest more in order to establish a good like a society of good cycle, you know, the money flow and so on. So in order to do that though, you first need to invest, and there are some people who are against the investment, and the liberal parties and so on, like Constitutional Democratic Party, they are against the idea of like investing too much and so on, I believe. Yeah. But fundamentally, though, if you look at the younger generation, there is a recent poll. I don't remember the age gap. Like, I mean, not gap, like age group, though. Was it teenager or those who, teenager and those who are in the 20s? I don't remember, but really young people, like over, 90% of the people who answer the poll support Takaichi, like 90 over 90%. Like even Xi Jinping or Putin probably do not have that high level of support rate. Even if you control, you can't usually hit that high, right? Because it's unnatural, but it is natural in Japan, because of course, like she's the first prime minister of Japan, and we are all happy about it, that some like it's different this time, obviously. And she has been getting around differently. Like she has this unique, like soft approach, like a very feminine approach sometimes. So that's why she is building a good relation with South Korea, for example. If you remember, as soon as she became the prime minister, there was this Korean reporter asking her a question, about what she's gonna do with South Korea and so on, and she answered that she likes Korean seaweed, Korean makeup, and so on. She and that she is wearing makeup today, and blah blah blah. And then the answers were great, like something that other like male prime ministers in the past would never be, like they wouldn't have been able to answer like that. So like she has this spontaneous, really unique approach, and we all like it. Like we can see that, and also many people are telling her to go to sleep because she never rests, and it's actually like she has been losing weight, really scrawny, and we are all worried. But and also, as soon as she became the prime minister, she made a speech, like, oh, I'm going to be the prime minister, or the head of LDP basically, and then do this and that. So I'm going to work, and work, she said something like that, like really, really work hard. And she was encouraging her party people to work heavily too, like her, like together. And she's been doing great, but the work hard kind of statement that she made there actually won the prize, like this special, like a trend award of the year. So it's been like she has been leaving quite an impression on Japanese people. Even people around me, like women around me, are interested in Takaichi, her appearance, her fashion, her makeup, her skin. So because women look at different things, and her poster too, the LDP poster is very popular too. I don't think I posted this. I wanted to, but I kind of, I was late for the train. Let me show you. There's this, no, Takaichi. There are two versions, and it's so like elegant, Where's that? It's so hard to see though, but this will do. Let me show you. Okay, this should work. Oh wait, I need to put it on focus mode. Okay. No, you see the posters? This is two versions, the red and white, and it's elegant, you know. It looks so much different from the regular like male leaders, and it's fashionable just by this, you know, just because she's a woman. But the great thing about her is that she is not supported because she's female, you know, like of course like we love the fact that she's a female, and also that like we are learning that, oh, like a female leader makes a difference, like this, you know, like impression, even like it just simple things are different. But at the same time, she is not supported because she's a woman. She is familiar, very very deeply familiar with policies and so on, so we all just genuinely support her as a politician, and nobody is talking about, you know, like a feminine side of her in that way, if you know what I mean, because you know, like there are some like liberal kind of women who take advantage of, even though they are you know, standing for the rights of women, they tend to take advantage of being a woman, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you for your super chat. Allah, the man in the High Castle TV series, you can have half of the US. What do you mean? The man in the High Castle TV series? Is it good? Or you can have half of the US. What do you mean by that? But thank you so much for super chat. I appreciate it. Oh, Brad too. Thank you so much for super chat. On Twitter, they are saying that Wolf escaped. Yeah, it's enclosure at Tamazu in Tokyo. Yes, I saw the news. I didn't actually. I was waking up, so I didn't exactly see that footage, but I heard the TV when I was waking up, and yeah, a wolf escaped, and but then the zoo people, you know, there were some people visiting the zoo, so they got like escorted them to a safe place, and I don't know if they caught a wolf. But wolf is like, especially when they are, you know, raised in a zoo. I want to believe, I want to believe that they are safe like a dog, right? But I don't know. 動物園 Okami. Let me look it up quickly. Oh, they caught they caught the wolf. Cool. So yeah, 大陸狼. Yeah. So the newcomers at the zoo, they stopped it, and then those who were already visiting the place, they were escorted into some safe place, and then oh, Anastasia, is it called Anastasia? Like, and they caught the wolf safely. They had two wolves, and yeah, but that's great. In Japan, by the way, also this kind, I think, the wolf is this kind. So cute! I love wolves. I love dogs. Like I love Shiba and this sort of like really dog kind of face, you know. Oh, super cute. Why are they so cute? Like, I wanna thank the creator, you know. So beautiful. My dog, by the way. Oh, I need to post this picture. I took it the other day visiting my parents' place. My dog. But it's out of focus because he doesn't like phones. Because I guess that when he was little, you know, I was like phones in Japan, the shutter sound is so loud, like, psh, you know, every time you try to take a picture, it's like, psh, creates a big sound because it's only in Japan and South Korea, I hear, that in order to avoid like those who take pictures, the guys that take pictures, you know, of women's inside skirt or something, you know, there are creeps like that here. So in order to avoid it, like our phones are loud, and then I was taking pictures of my little dog, with that like really close to the guy, so he doesn't like the phone sound. Yay! So yeah, he's so cute. Oh. And he sometimes, like I was eating, and then that's my knee. He's like, what are you eating? Kind of thing. Anyway, The Man in the High Castle is a TV series that shows America in a post-Axis victorious world. Japan has the west coast of the US and Germany has the eastern half. I haven't heard of it. We'll welcome this in reality. No, I bet there will be people upset by that. Thanks for saying that, though. I appreciate it as a Japanese person. Uh, but it is so like all those like people or turning point in history. It is so scary. Like one thing goes differently, and then it's like a butterfly effect, right? Like it's so different. Yeah, upskirting. That's the term. Wonder how much of black marker there is for non-Japanese specific phones. What is that? Does she really want to bring 123 million workers, or Kishida who wants it? Kishida is not the bad guy. All the people, like internet right wings, like those stupid people online, they just bash Kishida. You know why? Because of Russia. This is still like within the range of my assumption, but I'm pretty sure that everything will turn out to be true. You know that Kishida, first of all, Kishida is the kind of prime minister who supported Ukraine among the G7 like very, very early on. He might have been the first, I don't remember, but he was really early in supporting Ukraine from all the way from Japan, right? As soon as Russia started to invade Ukraine, and invade in Ukraine, right? And he even visited Ukraine, when the war had already broken out. And then all the bashing started to happen, I mean, of course, like when they were pushing LGBT bill in the Diet, in the parliament, of course there were pushback, but it was unnatural the way that people reacted, and online discourse is often like agitated by foreign accounts, pretending to be Japanese. And then Kishida still is bashed to this day. And it is unnatural because Kishida served Abe administration. Abe knew he was good. And Kishida, if you look at the actions that he took as a prime minister, as for national security, he did great, like, of course, Abe created the ground, like to be able to go to the next step. But Kishida went really far into the investment, raising the budget, defense budget, and everything. And he revised the documents in a good way. And so he was doing that, and all the like right-wing accounts, in Japan, who even support Russia attacking Kishida. It is so like unnatural, and you can just tell that they are like Russian propaganda, So that's why. And then all the LGBT bill was kind of problematic, but it was coming from not really from Kishida, but like from the LDP top level people, conservative people, because they wanted to make that law, like pass that law, because Biden administration and the U.S. ambassador to Japan, Emmanuel, were pushing the LGBT law in Japan so that if it's passed, then they can take advantage of that in their own country. They were using Japan. And so LDP just made it first before liberals pass that law so that they can still control, right? So it was just like, oh, let's recognize the people, LGBT people in Japan. And it is not like, oh, let's support LGBT type of people. It's not really not that high level, even though liberals are trying to use it for their benefit, but you know what I mean. So it's like overreaction happening, and then all the pressure from America is ignored. And on the top of that, Kishida's secretary at the time, he made a gaffe discriminating LGBT people. And so that's why he had to go in, because he was reluctant to do it, but his secretary made a mistake. So then he cannot appear to be discriminative himself by, defending his secretary. So all the things just layered, and yeah, so he's not as bad as you think. The people are talking about economy too, for like how Kishida is bad, but that's just false. And yeah, anyway, but yeah, what was the original thing? Why super chat? I see pink. Wait for me. Let me. I was gonna say something in addition to that, but yeah, Kishida. What was the Kishida? The workers, and the workers. As for the workers, Abe, he started with Abe, or even older. It might be, but in Abe's time, like we knew that we needed extra workers, like our population has been shrinking, and we could see that even like a decade ago. So Abe and LDP in general, LDP and also like the economic people, like CEO level, what do you call it, like business owners and so on, they have a union, and they pressure politicians, and they communicate well. And like if you Google like Keidanren, yeah, and there's the pressure of the economic people, right, the business people, and yeah, and they need workers, they say, right, and then they are like liberal kind of, they have liberal kind of ideology because they want to expand, so they can't be selective of the workers and so on too. And Abe's time, they wanted to just use the workers, and then they prepared the like a special program for the foreign people to work in Japan to learn the technology, or what's the word, skills by working in Japan and so on. They made that like a really high level program, and they started to do that. And then even the Africa stuff that kind of became controversial this year. I think it originated from Abe's time, that he had some kind of initiative that, which I'm pretty sure I talked about it this year in my past live stream. So no, it's just the LDP is the ruling party, which needs to listen to the people, including business type of people and the liberal people. They are the leader of this country, and they need to listen to everybody. So they are just trying hard to see the balance. So it's not really about like accusing, like it's not anyone's fault basically, that it's world society structure is actually really, really complex. So you can't really bash one person or one administration, even though sometimes one administration can be really bad. But I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, anyway, this super chat is awesome. Thank you so much, Rayter. I hope I'm reading it. Yeah, 57. That's an interesting number. of dollar. Thank you so much. It makes, super chat like this makes my ear. This is the last live stream of the year. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank enough. So I'm gonna take a picture. It's so difficult. Like the angle is difficult. Wait, don't disappear. Yay! Oh, wait. It moved. Yay, cheese! Oh. Wait. Cheese! Okay. Let's see. Ahoy, beautiful people. Hello, thanks for coming. We consider Japanese as honorary Aryans or no? That is basically a key to the city in a book. Interesting. I got a debioke. I got to sleep off a really bad headache. Oh, you have a headache? No. Listen to like Joe Dispenza meditation. Or I like, what was that? Mindful movement? Mindful something? Sarah Raymond's good meditation. Relax. You gotta relax and just find the like where you are actually intensifying your headache. You gotta release all the muscles. I hope you will feel better. And thanks for tuning in, even though you have a headache. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the super chat. Hello, thank you. Hooray! A day off when you are streaming. Yay! I'm usually driving a truck when you are on. Oh, really? Am I your company? Cool. So like truck drivers and so on, they listen to the radio, right? Like it's a thing in America, right? Like I have the impression that like drivers in America listen to the radio. Like you guys drive for such a long time that that's why the radio culture like developed. That's what I've heard a story like that. I don't know if it's true, but Japanese people like we do listen to the radio, but not as much, But like Americans, your radio culture, and nowadays it's podcast culture. It's always America, the speaking, Japanese people, we are more visual, so TV, TV and Netflix type of things are popular. YouTube too. It's we like visuals and we put subtitles. We are visual people, but Americans, I have the impression that you guys are more audio type. And it's interesting because you guys don't like masks, wearing a mask, like COVID time and so on. You don't like masks, right? We wear masks, right? But you guys need to speak, like you're audio people. You need to speak. You don't want to be covered because you want to state your rights and so on. Japanese people, we are more like visible people. And so we don't mind like masking ourselves. We just look at our eyes, to like each other's eyes and just read what these eyes are saying, Seriously, like we just analyze visually. So that's interesting. Yeah. A lot of American truckers will drive on the same road for like 3-4 hours daily. Wow. You need a good cushion under your butt. I don't have much meat. I know that Western guys like butt, but I don't have much meat on my butt. And every time I sit for a while, like 3-4 hours, it starts to ache. Like, My back is okay. My butt isn't okay. If that makes sense. I'm done yoga 2 a.m. No! But this is like my, my soft voice that can help you sleep. Okay. Took the radio out of my car. Oh, phone and Bluetooth. Oh, you're so modern. so modern. I lived in Japan when they were still wearing masks. It never bothered me. That's good because there are some people that can't just take it, you know. Joe Dispenza is good. The mind over matter. Yeah, I think I really am a believer of what Joe Dispenza says. You know, because it makes sense. Totally makes sense. Hey Yoko, hello. How was your Christmas? It was great. I had a good time with my husband. Usually it's meant for families, you know, but in Japan it's closer to Valentine's Day. It was interesting too because I think like that when I was looking at the calendar and talking about Christmas, I said it as Valentine's Day. Because that's so Japanese. Like Christmas equals like couples and so on, you know, in Japan. So sorry for changing the tradition, but yeah, in Japan it's just how it is. But if you have like you know, like young children, then it is like family time. But me and my husband, we only have stuffed animals. And yeah, we just went out to eat together. But it was a good day. It was a good dating day. So yeah, like good lunch. We had a Spanish food. I posted a picture of the lunch, and it was actually the starting like a salad kind of thing. You know, like a what? I don't know the word in no English, but just to start out the course, it was a course meal, you know. Like after that, we had meal and rice and all the big stuff, and then dessert, followed by dessert. But some people were like, "Are you on a Christmas day? Where is your food?" You know, I'm like, "No, it's a course." Oh, super chat! Thank you so much. Gosh, I know what Japan needs to survive. About 2 million Indians. No, we have a plan. Like we are considering, like in Ishiba time, I saw the number like, is it five? No, 500,000. No, 1,100,000, right? 500,000 Indians taking 5 years. That's what I heard. But they make babies, a lot of babies. I don't know. We need to make more babies, like more than them, in quickly, in order to sustain our ratio. But it's been a topic a lot. Like I hear recently often about the ratio in Japan of population ratio in Japan. You know, that in some area, like in Tokyo specifically, like there was some city that was named that the percentage there is really high. The foreigner population is really high. That's what I heard. Where was that? But then there were some people saying that you know it's been that way, that some areas in Japan are international or global, you know, from early on. And so that was what they were saying. You know, before all the immigrant situation, Japan had South Koreans living in Japan and some Chinese people too living in Japan. And yeah, and some places, and even like Brazilians, for example, in where there are like automobile factories. Yeah, they have like Brazilians, for example. So that's we have, like, Japan is actually big, so we have different types of areas. But anyway, I don't remember when I saw it. Like, I've been bookmarking posts one after another, and I don't put in folders, so it's all just bleh. So I need to organize this. I thought I saw some. Maybe I can search inside this. Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, here. 14.5 14.5%, well, I'm going to translate that. 14.5% of the population are foreigners. Shinjuku ward now. So even though there are lots of foreigners and there's an increase of foreigners, still the like a favorite kind of like a likeness of the place is rising. That's the article. I don't know this article. I haven't read it yet. So there are some places like this. By the way, if you look at Tokyo, don't think of Tokyo as like don't think of it like Tokyo represents the entire Japan. Tokyo is special, like really unique, you know, with the like a gigantic population, you know, like it's like 10% of our whole population is there in Tokyo, you know, right? Yeah. So it's quite a population, and it's so diverse in many ways. Yeah. Yep. Send the Indians here, please. We want them all. Are you Indian? I really liked India though growing up. I'm pretty sure I talked about it before, but when I was like in 5th grade, we joined this it's happening annually, but my prefecture Fukuoka is such a global city, right, in Japan, and it's like Asian Pacific children meeting or something like that. I'm directly translating that. I don't know the official name in English, but it's like a children get together, like from all around Asia, and so in order to have that meeting, or maybe I don't even know if they have a meeting. I don't remember, but I remember that there are like so-called host families in Japan. Like those children from other Asian countries come visit Japan, and so we, you know, host families have them for a week, take care of them, you know, teach them our culture, they teach their culture, so it's an international thing. And my family did that when I was in the 5th grade. I was 11. So we had this Indian girl who later I sent her a letter and she wrote back to me, and then with a photo, and she was saying that she wanted to be a doctor, and she became a doctor. So I was so proud of her. She's such a smart girl. But yeah, I had that experience, and also I liked Indian food in Japan, right? And then so I had this strong attachment to India, and historically too, Indian lawyer really was, you know, there for us during our hard time in the World War II. Like after the World War II, we had Tokyo trial, which was staged. So it was not an actual trial. The result had been decided, and we went through that because we lost a war, and anything can happen, I guess. And then, but the Indian lawyer was there, and he was like standing with us. So like, at least like conservative people are thankful for them. So again, like India, yay, right? And then I got into Bollywood music too. Not Hollywood, but Bollywood. There's a music genre, Bollywood. Like, and then Indian movies are like, they have technology now, so like it's amazing, right? So then I had a strong attachment, and I got to visit India in 2019. Was it 19? Not 18, 19, right? And then my my attachment was kind of shattered because they were burning the trash and so on in public, and there was lots of smoke, and it was, when I visited, it was like it was on the news that the pollution was the highest. So like I got sick in India. And then I didn't get to have like hot water after like 10 minutes in the hotel. So I got a cold, a really bad cold, right before COVID-19 started to expand. So like I had all this difficult time, and even though I like the idea of India, and I've had good Indian friends, but it was like I guess I was fantasizing a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but India is such an important country for Japan generally, like politically, that against China, we cooperate together well, and that's why probably that with the population rising too and technology, there are top level people like I don't know how many percent, but really wise people. So yeah, that's why I guess the business type of people want to interact with Indian people. But at the end of the day, though, I'm not a racist. So like I mean, what I mean by that is that it's not that I don't like. I don't want to talk about discrimination. I want to say that I don't think of people by attribution. Is it attribution? Like where you belong, kind of thing. Because even in Japan, there are bad people and stupid people. That's the reality, that we are all humans forming a society. Some are smart, others are not, and that sort of things. So we need to make sure that we just interact on a high level, if you know what I mean. Oh gosh, there's like this long essay here in the chat. Oh wait, where's okay? Is it going on from here or okay? So when a man gets a trucking license through fraud, it gives him a high izat, and then he helps his village get license through fraud that brings even more. What is izat? Is when the man ends driving his truck into 11 cars without hitting the brakes. What are you talking about? Sorry. Fraud. Sorry, I wish I knew English better. Sometimes like I can't grasp the idea. Yeah. But thank you for commenting though. Are there any Christmas trees around in the city? Everywhere. But not anymore because it's already, the time has passed for Japan. In Japan, we are busy religiously, so we celebrate Christmas. And then, before that though, we have the birthday of our former emperor, right? And then Christmas comes, so it's a Christian thing. And then we need to clean our place because it's Shinto style. At the end of the year, we go to shrines or temple. Basically, in temples, especially at the end of the year, they have the burn and the bell, the big bell, like 108 or so bells. Like we hear it, like it's a Buddhist thing. And then Happy New Year, the New Year comes, and then we eat the Shinto style foods and go to the Shinto shrines, and like it's so one after another. Like we are busy religiously changing the religions one after another and doing different things. But yeah. But the Christmas, we love Christmas, it's like I don't know if how many people know the Saint Nicholas and so on, and Santa Claus thing, but we just enjoy Christmas vibe. And then business has, of course, they use Christmas too to have a good Christmas, like a sales and so on. And then the decorations in the cities, wherever you go to, at the station or at the even like some shrines and temples, they are some are tolerant too, and they have festival too. And yeah, we have gatherings, right, just to have fun and so on. Yeah. And musicians sing Christmas songs, which I did too. If you haven't, watch my Silent Night videos if you can. Yes. Oh, Super Chat, thank you so much. Please read my Isa Rambo from the beginning. What it, let me, Izat. Izat or Izat? これはなんだイザットイザット何イザットおん It's difficult though. Like, is that culture? They bring in is that culture? When a man gets a truck, what's trucking license? Gives him a high Isa, and then he helps his village he get license through fraud that brings even more Isa to them. What is Isa? Then when that man ends up driving his truck into a line of cars without hitting the brakes, people will call out the fraud, and that will be seen as an attack against this entire village who are benefiting from the fraud. That is an attack on the Izzat. So the village is obliged to attack people who are criticizing. There is an attack. What? Thus, the problem only gets worse, which is why some problems never get fixed, like the population trash and the great problem. Trashing the place is seen as a high status because some untouchable else has to clean it up. This is their world culture honor system. It causes tons of problems when you import that to the West. I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean, yeah. Because Chinese are like that too. You know, they don't have the culture too. Like us. Yeah. Yeah. I would say that some cultural beliefs and so on get in the way when we interact internationally. And it's not only Indians though. And like I've met Indian people, and it's really like they have class, you know, in their country, and it's even though like it's not probably what we think, but like high level people, like economically high level people, like they are like us, you know, at least the people I've met. So like if you are referring to a gigantic group of people, and it's really hard to talk about them, even though I would agree on that there are some cultural aspect, but it doesn't mean that each of them does everything equally. So it's hard to say, if you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, like what they do in their country is not really a matter to Japan, you know, because we need to survive, and we need to. We are the Japanese people are thinking about our survival, and we want to, you know, work in a good way, in a productive way with people overseas, not only India but even South Korea or China too. Like we are economically tied together. And someone said Dazai, who is full of Chinese people. I went there the other day. There were no Chinese people. We didn't see, so it was more like Japanese people visiting here. So it was really great. It was so crowded, but like we were not hearing Chinese language, you know, and it was like, wow, like this is fun, you know. And like in China too, like I hear that they need to leave some foods on the dishes to be as a manner, you know, like if you eat everything, that's rude, or something like that. And also like when they eat differently. culturally. But then like the Chinese people I know in Japan are different. So like seriously, like it's you just have to like your country needs to decide the rules, which our government is doing, right? Like there was this random like alt-right guy on like Eric or something, and I posted on his post, even though I shouldn't take him seriously, but like Takaichi administration, yeah, here. I have a source here, right? Didn't. I posted this. Like you can probably go to my profile on X and then go to replies and you will see this like on my profile and then replies and you will see that like a reply or like all the posts that I've posted. You can probably find this, but like we are pushing the realization of a society of well-ordered and harmonious coexistence. So I've been saying the Japanese people are culturally tolerant, and so that's something that's different from the West. And the Western right-wing people are basically warning us, right? And we get that. But at the same time, like we are at the turning point that we can't go back already. Like it's too late now because after our economic bubble, like what's the word? Bursted. We had to reconstruct in the right way, but our politicians did not do that. From there, we were in decades of recession. And then Shinzo Abe tried to fix it, but then he had to, because of the pressure of business people and economic field, he had to raise our consumption tax twice it was 5%, and then she brought it to 8% and then 10%. So our consumption, got like is it stale, like a stagnized? Yeah, so he was like going forward and then backward at the same time. And then it was dragging, and now Takaichi is finally trying to rebuild the system, but who knows what's going to happen. So, yeah. Yep. Great insight. It really makes their behavior make sense. Tons of guided tour groups. Like China is not sending their tourists, they think China CCP thought, like Xi Jinping thought that if they do not allow their like Chinese citizens visit Japan as tourists, then Japanese economy would get damaged. But actually Chinese tourism does not really, have much impact in our overall tourism and GDP, because other tourists are coming from the West and so on, and other Asian countries. And it doesn't really have an impact. Plus, like people, like the reason why the people in Japan are more alert on like immigrant issues is because we're sick and tired of over-tourism. And especially when we say like over-tourism, it's usually Chinese people because the number is just so big. So now that Chinese people are not visiting here as much anymore, we feel good. Like finally, right? So it's actually Xi Jinping actually did a good job. Yeah. By the way, hi, I just dropped in. Thank you for coming. Thank you. What about 1.34 million foreigner import? Is that a number? I don't know. Like, your obsession with immigrants is just too much for me, to be honest. Like, what do you expect from me to say? Like, do you want me to hate Indians, or what's the point? Feeling good? That is really interesting. Good. Silver is at 79 now. It exploded in just a few months. Wow, these are a sign of the times. Isn't it gold but silver? Oh, I heard though, by the way, speaking of gold, like there's so much like export of gold from Japan, but it doesn't come from here. So it's, was it China? I don't remember where, but it's like from some foreign countries, gold come into Japan, and then the gold just goes out through Japan. It probably has a lot to do with taxation, but yeah, it's interesting how Japan is used. We were used for drugs too, right? The fentanyl, it went through Japan, like Nagoya, if I remember correctly. But thankfully, America understood it, like the fentanyl, I believe from China, came to Japan and then went to America. So it's really horrible, but because we basically supported that flow, indirectly or directly, and directly. So we were surprised to see that, and yeah, lots of like we need to fix the system a lot. Yep. I hope someday I can meet and marry someone nice like Yoko. Oh, thank you. I know that there are nice people everywhere though, and also beautiful people. I went to a restaurant yesterday, as I said, and then I couldn't get my eyes off of a couple of ladies there, like moms, like they're mothers, and they have like beautiful skin, and they have like beautiful eyes, and I'm like, how? And the clothes that they wear, the fashion sense is really good. And I'm like, they're supposed to be like normal people. Like I'm eating, I don't know. They're supposed to be good, like normal people. Why do they look so good? I was looking at the ladies. It's interesting how I don't look at the guys, but I look at the women, because it's a female thing, right? Yeah. Oh, Super Chat, thank you so much. Here's a new question. Are there haunted houses in Japan? Probably. Is it common or rare? I'm curious about this. It's common, right? I don't know. We believe in that. So what happens sometimes is that, like do you guys have that way of playing with your friends? Let me translate that. It's called kimodameshi. I do not recommend that because it's, spiritually speaking, it's wrong to do it. Like it's not supposed to, you're not supposed to play with that. Test of courage. Test of courage. You guys maybe don't do it. Dares. Test your courage, challenge oneself. The summer is the season for dares. So like you visit like scary haunted places with your friends to see if you can actually go to the destination and come back. So we have that in our culture. Some people do it. I personally don't think you should do it because it's a serious thing, but yeah, and I hear stories, so I'm not gonna, like there's, like you can't really deny it, so I would say that, yeah, there are haunted houses or places. Like it's the another perspective to look at it is that we believe in power spots. Is it in English as well, power spots? Like the good, positive energy places like the fall or some kind of historical place, people visit like places with good energy that bring fortune to you and so on. You go there, harmonize the vibe and so on. You do that, right? And so if you believe in the positive things, you have to believe in the negative things as well. So yeah, and traditionally Japanese people just believe in spirits. So in Shinto, we believe that everything has a spirit living in it. So that's why we try to. It's kind of going away, but we try to culturally we try to use things nicely. Treat things nicely and use it till the end, kind of thing. Because we culturally we still back on the back of our mind we believe that you know like all the things have spirits and so on. We will eventually leave the body that we are living in right now and go to another place, kind of thing. So yeah, let's see. Man, I'm getting hungry. It's only 4:30. I had oatmeal earlier because it's supposed to be like kind of stay in your gut, right? For a while, so you are not gonna get hungry. I am hungry already. Super chat. Oh, super chat. Thank you so much. The average American woman weighs 170 pounds. 77? What? How tall are they? 77. But I can't judge though. So I'm like 5'3", right? About 5'3". And then at the most, like when I was in high school, I was eating, this season actually, I was eating everything because back in the day, it was different, like we didn't know much about nutrition, balance, and how to eat and so on. It was not the culture. We were like, oh, when you are children, you gotta eat a lot to be bigger, right? To taller. I wanted to be taller. I just got bigger. And I was having lots of rice cake, mochi. Mochi is so tasty. I was eating it without limitation, any limit. But it's good because now I'm thin. I just have fun when I was a teenager. And then my is it highest or biggest? The biggest number that I hit was 64 kilo. So that's a lot. Wait, 64 kilo is like, I'm sure that if you're on the computer, you're faster to change it to, it is 141. But I didn't look fat though. So that's interesting. I don't gain weight in like Western way, but no, the thing is American food, the problem of American food is the additives. We in Japan we have all this like really like boxed foods and so on, but the level of additives are different. The standards are different in Japan. It's more strict here. So if America wants to I see the Maha movement, but you just gotta, of course, like it would be nice to get rid of all the bad foods, but I don't think it's realistic. But what you could do is to reduce the amount of additives, and also like stop using a certain additive kind. So that might help. That's what I think often. But it's interesting though, speaking of which, when I went to the hair salon sometime, like when I visited there one time, the guy was telling me, like we were talking about how to dye my hair, right? Like which color and so on. And then he share the information that like if you want to really like for example dye your hair quickly and effectively, then you should use the American products, because like Japan, if you want to bleach in Japan, bleach your hair in Japan, the product is not strong enough because of the limitation, the regulation. But American products, it's like Like they don't care. So like if you use the American product, then it goes like so bright, so much brighter. So that's what my hair salon guy was saying. So that was interesting. And then I hear about medicines as well, that it's so powerful in America. You guys don't have insurance, medical insurance, right? Or like a national one, like Japan does. In Japan, when we have a cold or something, we hit the clinic easily, because it's really, we only need to pay for the 30% usually. So we go there. So then we get a prescription. In America, I hear that you guys even fix flu by drugstore medicine. Is that true? And when I heard it, I was like, what? They're selling the really strong medicines at the drugstore. Like, yeah. But Japan is becoming like that though. Recently, the change that I see is that like they're like morning after type of pills, I believe that they are selling now, or they are about to sell. Like I hear stuff like that. I don't exactly know. Like you can probably Google it, but yeah, the shift is happening. But yeah. Anyway, how has your year been? How was 2025 for you? By the way, I've been speaking. I should interact with you more. It makes sense that the dares are part of the culture. You see that a lot in anime like Jujutsu Kaisen, and another one I like Gaku no Kaiden. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, we just Japanese people just believe in everything. Like we don't think too much. Like one thing, like maybe the things that we believe in different places contradict from each other, but we don't care. We just believe in the story. We're just nice. We just believe in any scenario and so on, because we don't know. It's okay to not know the whole story, right? So we just enjoy what we get to have. That's why we can. I bet that it's the same nowadays in any other country too. But not liberals though. What's interesting about liberals is that in America especially is that they talk about basically, what's the word? Not tolerance. Their word is diversity. They talk about diversity, but they're not gonna let white people have fun. They're not gonna let people say Merry Christmas, like Happy Holidays. It's okay that if there are people who say Happy Holidays, like if you meet a Muslim people or something, or Jewish people, then maybe that's the way to say it. But if you meet Christians, you should say Merry Christmas for them, right? And the liberals get angry when you do that. So that's not diversity. So I have questions to them like that. But the rest of the world, I think we just celebrate Christmas. Did you see the Tibetan leader? I mean, the spiritual leader, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. I hope he will live for a long time. But recently I saw the picture. Wait, let me see. Yeah, even His Holiness is celebrating Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So very, very tolerant and diverse. Buddhist. He's a Buddhist leader, so Tibetan Buddhism. Yeah. Oh, super chat! Thank you so much. A small Oshogatsu Christmas gift. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. By the way, if you give like a money during Oshogatsu, like our New Year period, we call it otoshidama. I need to give otoshidama because when I was a little child, adults gave me money at the beginning of the year, like, yoko, otoshidama, here's the otoshidama, relatives and so on, why should I need to be able to talk about this in the English, right? But it's New Year's gift, so you just say New Year's gift money. Okay, we say otoshidama. So like when I was young, of course I was receiving all that money, and now I'm old, so I need to give money. No, so I'm trying to not to encounter my relatives. There were some relatives like that though, because each year, like I would see a certain relatives, and others like I would not meet, So I'm like, oh, they must be avoiding. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Yoko, hello, thanks for coming. I have to really go. I'm dying. No, 3 a.m. Oh, time has passed. Enjoyed seeing Yoko while I die. Don't die. Don't die. Survive. I'm good. I think there was a song like Survive. Aloha Nagin or human vegetable. Nengin yasai. Is it Hawaiian? I use Japanese hair dye products. They suck. They don't last long. Yeah. Don't bleach hair ever. Stay natural. Yeah. I mean, it's really bad for the skin, I think. But this is colored, by the way. I dye my hair black now. So sorry. This looks so natural, but yeah, I get some gray hair now. So I'm trying to look young, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it looks healthy, on a Japanese face. So I tried making my hair like brown too, and I liked it, but this looks most clean, right? So cleanest. So clean is the way to go for me now because I'm aging now. So I want to look hygienic and clean. I don't want to bother people with dirty aging things, I mean, some people just age nicely, but I'm afraid of no aging well, so I'm doing everything I can to look clean. But for that, I should be dressed better, though, right? No such thing as New Year gift in Western culture. I bet, because you guys are independent. Like, you are like, I don't need help, right? I'm independent. Kind of thing. So interesting. Some people, I've encountered, that was I don't remember if he was American or British, but there was a time that my British friend bragged about this rich guy. And then he brought this rich guy to the table when we were having dinner together one day, like in Fukuoka. Like he was like a Western, like white guy. I don't remember where he is from, but he's like, I'm a nice person, right? And I'm Japanese, and I'm conservative culturally too. So I was trying to get rid of all the plates that you don't need anymore, and then prepare the clean plates to eat together, right? I moved plates around, and this rich dude just got angry, like, I can do it by myself, kind of thing. I'm like, why? I'm trying to be nice, like preparing, like I'm serving, that's what you do in Japan. And then it was in Japan too. And I moved things around, and he's like, don't, I can do it, kind of thing. And I I'm still confused to this day. What the hell just happened? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, aging beautifully, Yoko. Thank you. But it's interesting though because so I am a kind of a public figure, right? Like I show my face to the internet. All people in the world can see me, and some people think of me as youthful young lady. Other people think of me like, oh, you're getting old kind of thing, like very mean. They find faults and so on. And it's so like after getting all the reactions from the globe, you realize that, all the compliments are coming just from the beautiful soul and the beautiful mind. So like whoever find me beautiful and attractive, it's because you are. That's the I've achieved at the point because that's really like when I'm happy, I look at others and I'm like, oh, they're beautiful. I can find the beautiful things like naturally. But when I'm like hungry or hangry, grouchy, then I'm like to anybody. When I was little, my dad's patients were all Issei. Oh, and his colleagues were Nisei. Huh. So we'd get those envelopes too. Oh, cool. So you know that. Yeah, we put in a small envelopes. Yeah. It's so cute though. I think it's because I had so much fun like receiving the money when I was little. But like when I was growing up, the stickers and the little envelopes and all the regular stationery stuff had really such a great like good impression on me. Like when I look at the envelopes and so on, I'm like, there's the part of me that is stimulated, like like it's so like gets you the warm feeling, and also like somehow it's like shiny to you. It's something good is stands out to you, right? So I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's just what happens when you are a public person. Yeah. Do you or husband own a car, or are you able to survive a function without one by using the train? Yeah. I mean, my husband has a driver's license, but we do not own a car. I don't even have a driver's license. I wish I did. I know that I would enjoy driving a car, or maybe I would just go really fast and get caught. So that's good that I don't have a license. But no, we don't have a car. And I mean, at least right now, there was a time that my husband was using a work car, but not anymore. And so we walk to everywhere. Thus, I'm kind of fit naturally, right? Yeah, because it really depends though in Japan, like where you live. Like we happen to live in Fukuoka, where the transportation is fantastic here, right? But so there are two train lines that we can walk to, like owned by different companies, but we can walk to either of those. And there's the airport attached to the end. Like if you transfer, like you can go. But if you live in countryside, then you definitely need a car in Japan too. Yeah, it's like in order to find a convenience store, you need to drive like a while. So there are places like that too in Japan too, but most places though I think are, I don't know. Well, Fukuoka is kind of big, Tokyo, and Kanto area, the places around Tokyo is big, Osaka, or even Nagoya. Those places are big, and Fukuoka. In Kyushu, Fukuoka is big. So yeah, so I'm okay. And then there are buses everywhere. So yeah, I was going to ask Angry, are you in the middle of a house cleaning torture right now? Yes. Yes, I feel pressured. I don't feel like I'm like happy that like we are gonna have a new year soon. It's such a fun time. But I need to go through this like a hellish stage, you know? Like I need to suffer and then have fun. So yeah, I cleaned the fan, but not the, in the kitchen. There's a fan, and I wanted to clean the actual fan, but with before that, there's this big screen, you know, and I was cleaning it. It was lots of oil, like unbelievable. Lots of, I mean, not oil, like grease, you know, like rust looking grease, which is really nasty. And I was like, what? But I cleaned it with technology. Like I sprayed and then it dissolved the whatever it is into water and the grease and glycerin actually. Yeah. And then I was like wipe and then wash. It worked. But yeah, I need to do that. I need to clean the grill. I want to clean the microwave, and then under the washer too, I need to clean. And I wish that I had the time to clean the windows too, right? You need to do this, not the pantomime, clean the windows. But I don't know if I have enough time. So I'm gonna do what I can do. My husband is like, you can do it. He's not helping me. He's such a conservative. Oh no, bad kind of conservative who pushes all the cleaning and so on to women. I need to turn into a feminist now. No, it needs to be equal, right? The burden should be equal. But anyway. If I had to guess, I would say no more than 35, no more than 42. What? My age or what is the number? Evaporated the viscous thick grease. Big word. I don't know how to read that. Yes, it's so crazy that it floats in the air. No wonder the floor is kind of slippery. Like, so weird. Yeah. And I don't use like aprons, you know. I have a couple, but I never use it. So now I think of it like I should wear something when I cook, right? Because it's actually coming onto my clothes. I'm like, no. Is there a Japanese word for hangry? I don't think so. I don't think so. We're not creative enough like Americans. The word hangry is so funny. Hungry and angry. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Discipline. Exactly. It is too, even though it's necessary. Yeah. I mean, it really sucks when you have to do all the things, but then when you overcome it, when you actually do it, and complete the satisfaction, it's just, it's like you are in heaven, even though I've never been in heaven. But you imagine, you're like, it's clean, it's beautiful, and you did something amazing, and feel good. Yeah. 楽しいでしょ、そんなのクリーンだしさ。汚いのをさ、触らないかんちゃんだ。 全部綺麗な話でしょ。あんな油ギトギトの触るわけじゃないでしょ。とかね、ほこりとかね、なんかヌメヌメとかね、そういうのないでしょ。大したことないでしょ。My husband is, oh, I'm busy too this season, you know. I need to arrange the kamidana, like our mini shrine. What did he just say? I don't even remember because it doesn't really. What he does, like he does contribute a little to the homemaking, but it's not like it's all clean, you know. And it might have a little dust and so on, but not really compared to what I go through. But I think I am, you know, I've aged enough to confront all the germs and so on. Like, it's not as much of a big deal compared to when I was younger. Because for half of it, it's probably just instinct, you know, like, oh, like sticky things or greasy things, like how you react like, ah, but if you just touch it or something, like, it's not really a big deal, right? Like if you wash yourself well and so on. Yeah. As long as he brings home money, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Just make him cook more. He does cook though, but he like meats and fish and so on. If all he does is just to fry them though in the pan. Whoa! Will your family proud pound mochi for New Year? I wish we did. I mean, at my grandmother's place, they were doing that, but using a machine though. I have been doing it at my friend's house the last few years. Oh, sounds fun. They have the big hammers and the Japanese stone mortar. Wow, professional. It's really like you actually need a skill, like the strength to do it, and then bam, and then a little bit of, like you need to do this, right? A little bit. And then the other guy is like, the other guy is a good one, right? Yeah. You're gonna see a lot of politicians doing that mochi thing, you know, this season. You know, I mean, when the New Year comes, our politicians from the local areas to like a bigger district, like national level, they're all gonna be doing that this season because that's how they bond with the local people. When you did the pantomime just now, it looked like you were stuck in my TV. Kind of freaked me out. Get me out! It's like, yeah, makes you feel very accomplished. Yes, next year I wanna be able to like manage time better, so that I will do something productive. Like I wanna post videos, I guess, next year on my Japanese channel and hopefully this channel too. I need to post videos. YouTube is actually the most efficient like platform with monetization, I think. Like I'm paying for X as well, and I do get a little bit of money on X, but it's like it's just a little. So I feel like they kind of the money kind of got little, you know, compared to before too. I don't know what they did, but yeah, YouTube is actually generous, so I should work like a YouTuber, which I originally was. Like this horror film girl. I used to get told from people around me that I look like Sadako. You know the garage girl with I do look like her. The original Japanese one is like this. They should hire me as the main girl. I had to screenshot the freeze frame. Cool. I have ADHD. I always tell myself to be more organized, but never succeed. Really? It's interesting. My problem is that I focus too much. Like I forget time. Time flies. Just like this. Like I've been speaking for 95 minutes. Like I get into the zone. Why is it called? I forget. There's a way of saying that, right? Flow state. I think I can. I'm probably one of the rare people who can just jump into the flow state, like, and yeah, and I just have to do it. Like once I do something, I'm like I need to do it. So when it's applied onto the wrong thing, like Netflix, oh. You gotta finish the whole season now, you know. It's terrible when it's used like that. But when I actually did organize my documents and so on in my room. Like I had separated into genres, you know, like politics, like hospital or clinics, and what was that? Oh, beauty and some receipts and so on. Like I had the pile, and I was too lazy to, you know, do something about it. And then the other night, I'm like, I need to do this. Like this is like dragging me down, you know. Like it's always in that room, and it's so annoying. And so the other day, I started doing that at like 10 or 11 p.m. And then I was doing that for until like 2 in the morning, like four hours or so. And I didn't even take a break, and I just got into it, and I'm like, oh, I need to do this and that. And other things start to bother, like, oh, I need to perfectionate this and that. And, yeah. Another reason why I don't like to clean much, because I do actually enjoy cleaning. Like I get into it, and then I turn into this perfectionist that I cannot stop myself and exhaust my physical level. Like my body gets tired. So yeah, but if this political stuff doesn't work out, you have a future as a meme. I can turn into a meme. Yeah, Sadako. Yeah. Yeah, need to plan very rigidly, or I will forget and postpone. Yeah, I'm really such a professional at postponing. Like, yeah, like the conditions need to meet, right? Like in order to start something, even though if you start, you can actually do it, you know, like you get into the zone gradually. But yeah, somehow you wait for the right timing and condition. Self-help group for it. Oh yeah, all self-help groups for it were filled already. Oh no, they need to make one more group then. Yeah. What? I need to watch something. New activity, so hard for me, but after I start, I obsessively continue until it's done, right? It's I'm jealous of those people that can do things casually. People like us, like we do things like everything, like we do everything like our life depends on it, right? So yeah, but what helps me is actually distracting myself. Like when I have to cook, you know, when I cook dinner, like it used to stress me. So I started watching like Netflix while I'm cooking, and then I want to watch it, and then in the meantime I'm bored, my hands are bored, so I just cook, and I'm like, it's dangerous, so I don't recommend, but right? So then it doesn't bother me anymore, and then I guess I got the hang of it, like to do it with less effort, you know. So now the cooking is doesn't really like bother me as much as it used to. I think my nose is running. I'm hoping I'll go back to Japan in 2026. You should. I might not move back, but I'm gonna think more positive next year. That'll be good. I mean, you should do it while our yen is weak, you know, and come here and buy the stuff you need for your place as early as you can when the economy is good for you. And then once you are settled here, our economy will be fixed, and then you can take advantage of that. I use audiobooks for YouTube instead of Netflix. Never had a paid streaming service. Ooh, that's wise. Not mime. Oh, panmime kind of thing. Oh. I used to like it as a child, by the way. With my family, I'm like, I was doing it. But yeah, YouTube. I when I do something, I mean, I think I always have something on running on my phone. This phone is working so hard 24/7, seriously. Right now it's resting because I'm speaking, but usually it's on. It's just playing something constantly. And yeah, whether it's a Japanese like book introducing channel or some self-development. I really like self-development. I become like I'm pretty melancholic, if that's the word. Like I can go really in a dark mode, you know, easily. So whenever my mind goes, I mean, it's important. Like I need to meditate, but on a daily basis, you know, when you do things, you don't want to go negative while doing things, you know. So I always like, even when I brush my teeth, I always have something positive on my phone so that my thoughts chain of thought doesn't fall into the dark side. I'm always kind of dependent on stuff like that. But thanks to that, though, I got out of depression and I'm better. So, yeah. Red, white? So long, I forgot. Japan is the only country in the world that has cooking businesses in malls to teach future wives on how to cook. Yeah. Speaking of food, I'm hungry. Sure. I could talk for a long time, but I guess I should let you guys go. It's almost how long? In 20 minutes, it's gonna be 2 hours. This is the last stream, though. What should I talk about at the end? Oh, newspaper. I forgot to introduce this. Yeah, some economic stuff. Yeah. Oh, this is actually Fukuoka Bank. Point. Ah, interesting. So Fukuoka Bank Financial Group. As for the like restaurants and so on, or what's the word? Like, I don't know the word, but you know, spending money. You know, if the partnered stores and so on can give give 20% 5% of points as a return. That's awesome. Like point economic zone. Huh. I'm gonna look into that later. In Japan, if you ever live in Japan, you gotta take advantage of all the points that you can get because it turns into money. I always use some kind of like payment system that gives me back money. So we are talking about South Korean relations, like comfort women issues still. What does it say? It marks 10 years after the final agreement. So we are trying to go on with that. まあ10年ってだけだね。Rare earth. Japan is gonna dig rare earth. To next month, in January, we are gonna test it to dig. So that would be great. We need the resources and Ukraine agreement, peace agreement. Just reporting on what's happening, and then earthquake. Oh, this season somehow we get earthquakes, so I'm a little worried. If we get earthquakes in winter time, it's horrible because we don't have like the heating facility. What's the word? Like heating system isn't there, when you evacuate into a big place and so on. Oh, Kishida is there. So Japan, South Korean relations, and basically talking about. He was a foreign minister when that happened. So, and then European. What's the word? Fighter jets development. Not going well. France and Germany not agreeing. Thailand and Cambodia appeasement. Not appeasement. What's the word? Like stopping the war. I want to talk about politics on X, but I have been kind of reluctant recently because like it's the end of the year and you want to just stay positive, right? Like I am politically engaged and I want to deliver all the important news from Japan, but but this season is difficult for me because I'm just in the winter break mode. But if you guys have questions and so on, you can send me on X. Just mention me on X and I'll hopefully notice. I'm not opening X as much as usual, but I hope I will notice. Are there any comfort women still alive? I'm not sure. The symbolic people, I guess, have died. I am not sure. What are your predictions for next week, and how about all of 2026? Ooh, China. It's gonna be ambitious, probably. Xi Jinping needs some kind of achievement, so I'm really hoping that Taiwan emergency or contingency will not happen, but we need to be really, really careful. And also Russia, I think, are getting like exhausted, like people talk about Ukrainian side missing equipment and soldiers dying, but it's actually Russian side is getting exhausted too. Like it's been pointing out. So hopefully that will have a positive outcome. Yeah, and I hope Trump will stay in a good health because he's very old. You know, when you don't really think about it, but Trump is of course a grandpa. So I hope that he will stay healthy. And yes, next year 2026. But Japan uses the zodiac. Is it zodiac or what do you call eto? Eto. お腹しらzodiac, right? And next year is horse. So, and horse, I think it's the year to kind of leap. Let me look it up. Uma. What kind of donna toshi? What kind of year? Yeah. Bright, enthusiastic, action-oriented, like actions work well, and energish, like powerful, and so much progress, like momentum, leap, success, leadership, good encounters, departures, powerful year to grasp the chance. And it's a good year for challenging and achieving goals. But you gotta make sure that you stay like you gotta kind of wait too in order to get outcomes. So that's good. A lot of good momentum. This season, Japanese people just pun a lot. Have a pun, like puns, you know. うまくいきますように, like this phrase, just the title of this article says like, oh, next year I hope that everything goes well. But the well part is in Japanese, it's like うまく, うまく. Uma means horse. So it's a pun. うまく, like goes well, well. うまく, right? 馬 means horse. Horsey. That's cool. Horse. Sha 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 sha. There's a yeah. Viets. The old Pearl Harbor survivor just died. Oh, really? Oh, nice. Thank you. Pearl Harbor survivor just died, and he was on the news. He was 105 years old. Wow. He lives for such a long time. I bet that he spoke a lot to, get everything in records. So that's good. You need survivors like that. But man. Even though he lived so long, time passes. Hi from Sweden. Hello. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming to my last stream of the year. Does Japan have freedom of speech? Yes, it seems like they do. I never hear about people getting arrested for posting a tweet or anything like that. But we sue each other though. It's a new thing that we are doing. We are suing. We are suing each other now. So what happens often is not really like right versus the left. It's not like that. It's actually among, at least from my standpoint, of course, I'm familiar with the conservative circle. And within the small conservative circle, and within the specific group or like some, those who have interactions, they often sue one another. And it's really ugly, but you gotta do it sometimes because it's interesting that some people do not know the line in discourse. So yeah. Yes. But we do have freedom of speech. Like you cannot defame fame, was it the word? Like you can't, the reputation, you know, you can't attack that. The persona who somebody is and so on, and you cannot just, basically you shouldn't say bad things about the others and stick to the profession and so on, right? Like expertise and so on, like what they're saying, like are they based on facts and so on. And all the constructive criticism is okay, right? Or like you can say whatever. But if it's based on like like you can talk about assumptions, but you need to say that it's an assumption, you know. And but some people just say like, oh, this guy is the Chinese spy or something like that. There's often cases like that. Even Taro Kono, our famous politician here, he gets all the conspiracy theories, you know. Oh, he works for China and blah blah blah. So whenever he gets a post like that, he finds it. And recently he's been writing like, you know, please do not make a statement that is false and so on. And I think he's legally handling it, I guess. But yeah, it's common now, even politicians, because it gets out of hand. Because younger generations, I think we know, like we are like digital natives and so on, we kind of know, you know, that growing up, the internet was already there, so we kind of get it. But older generations, back in the day, you could say anything you want, right? And even like beating up each other and so on, it was the culture and values. But today everything is changing. And so the older people tend to fight a lot, especially I guess that when you are older, you are supposed to get the credit of the hard work in the past and so on. And then if it's degraded, then you attack the person, blah blah blah, right? It gets ugly. Defame. Heard Japan takes deformation so seriously. Yes. Samurai culture, maybe. I don't know. I want to know the pronunciation. It's fame and then defame, right? But it's when it's spoken like this, it's defame. Defame. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. English is interesting because you have the word like fame and then defame to criticize, to make it negative. Defame. Yeah. Yep. You can't accuse people of being spies, no fun. Yeah, I mean, if it's an actual analysis, then it's okay, you know. Oh, this person met this guy and then went there, and then after he started to say this, and that sort of analysis is okay. But other times, people just want to say things. Like it's even I don't like I support freedom of speech, and Japan is such a free country, you know. We can seriously we can say whatever we want most of the time. It's okay. But there are some just idiots, just idiots that just don't know how to speak or how to understand the structure of society and so on. So we are culturally and socially, we're usually educated well, equally too. And we used to have a high standard, but the internet is actually exposing, and also it's creating this bad culture that sometimes the people, because they are anonymous, they have a feeling that they can say whatever they want, imaginary things, whatever, they just say it. But because now that the internet is our infrastructure, you gotta be responsible, like in the real world. So, yeah. Another thing why we are alert on this is because of earthquakes and all the natural disasters. If you don't, handle or take care of all the trolls and so on, the stupid people and so on, they're gonna harm the cyberspace when natural disasters hit, like with fake news and false information. They're gonna say just dramatic things to get views, but it would actually harm our society. So that's why we are really serious. In addition, Russia's intervention is a serious issue now. So, and of course, China is doing all the cyber things as well. So China and Russia, and we need to counter those attacks. So that's another reason why we are, doing all the things to, make the system for the better. So, yes. Can you sue Russia for defaming you and putting you on their banned list? I should do that. But in the is it ICC International Court, Putin is already a suspect though. That they need to catch. I hope that he will fly to some country that belong to the ICC so that he gets caught and arrested. Because he's a suspect. Like if you just, and those people, the judges, they're not political. They're just, if they look at the laws, he's violating laws. So, yeah. They should do that. Yeah. But yeah, I think sometimes people do sue other countries, though. I think there were cases. Yeah. ね、でもね、ロシアをね、訴えたらって禁止リストに入れたからって。Trolling misinformation will be really bad after a disaster like an earthquake. Yes. Yes. Russia is in Russia. Use Google Translate to German and use a VPN so it shows you're in Germany. Yeah. How accurate is that new X thing, the feature that it was, at first it was working well to show where each account is located, but I guess they are finding a way to get around it. Yep. Anyway, did I talk about everything? Yes. If no super chat, I need to end the stream. The last stream. I can't believe that I actually spoke to you throughout the year. It's only once in a week, and there were a couple of times like this month too, right? Like I was at CPAC and I didn't get to come on, but most of the time I didn't have days off, right? Like I was late, but I came on. So 50 times? That's how many times I did? Wow. Yeah, I did miss a couple, I think. Twice or 3 times, but it was a small number probably. So I'm proud, right? Because I have the condition, like my stomach and so on. But this year was good for me because I'm learning my body better, So, yeah, I'm gonna have like fiber, lots of fiber. Fiber is the way to go. Yeah, it's like the kind of fiber that gets fermented in your gut, I love natto now. Natto every day. Natto. I should make a party called natto. It sounds like kind of like NATO, and also at the same time, it's like natto. To means party. I'm silly. But thank you so much for hanging out with me for the year. Yeah, will we eat only osechi for 3 days? No, extra things too. But mostly, like, we will first eat osechi, the Japanese traditional New Year food. Yes, it's all puns, by the way. All the things that we eat, it's basically puns. Or like similar meanings, like if we have a little fish, and like fish eggs, and represent like prosperity, and also like lots of children, having lots of children and so on. And all the good luck is included basically in the message of the food. So yes, we gotta eat all of them to get lucky. I could never get a taste for natto. Great party name, yeah. Also 100, they had 100 osechi? What? Sales are really fast. Yeah, takai, very takai. That's why people give us. I'm supposed to be a conservative wife, so I'm supposed to be cooking all these traditional foods, but that's something that's like one of the few things that I actually don't, because the time has shifted, We live in a new time where we can just buy things. Yeah. But it's okay. I still eat natto. I'm very Japanese. Anyway, thank you guys. Super long soba. My husband is allergic to soba, so no soba for us. We are gonna eat like hopefully Okinawa noodles because it's named soba, but it's not soba. Do you eat strong food in Japan? What do you mean strong food? Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us this year. Thank you for coming and all the super chat you guys gave me. Thank you. You have no idea how much support you are giving to me. Like all the time you watched, you watch me speak on this channel, and also all the money that you kindly shared with me. Thank you so much. You have no idea. I'm here because of you. So thank you. Okay. Do you in Japan also have problems with renting an apartment and expensive rent? Some areas are like city type of places are the prices are up par. So if you go a little to the countryside, it should be okay. But prices in general in Japan have been rising. So yeah, you gotta make money. Okay, thanks for being vibrant, warm, and educational for the whole year, Yoko. Thank you. What a great comment. Thank you, Yoko. I've learned a lot from your live streams and posts on X. Thank you. Oh, you guys are nice. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna miss you. But when is the first stream? 2026. 4th. On the 4th. Am I gonna do? Probably. I need to make a living. So I don't know. 4th. 4日にライブ配信すると思う？する。My husband is 4th? Oh yeah, probably. Oh, yeah. On the 4th is a Sunday for me. So for you, it's the 3rd. Yeah. Let's reunite next year. Okay. I'll probably post a couple pictures on X and so on. So yeah. If you miss me, just look at X. Okay. See you next year. Sounds so big. Aloha Yoko-san, Hide-san. Akumashite. Akemashite. Omedetou gozaimasu. Bye. Bye. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you. Can't thank you enough. Thank you. 2025. Let's meet in 2026. No, 26. I'm gonna learn how to say it flawlessly. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Have a good time. What do you say? Happy New Year. Hope you have a happy New Year. Okay, bye. Thank you.